Hey internet. Since I've started this whole best products I've ever used series, I keep getting this one specific request in every one sort of consistently. So I can only gather from that that this is an issue that is important to you guys, and I completely get you because it is probably the most important product in my books as well. Skincare is the basis for every other product you're going to be putting on your skin, and it's really the most important because it's the only one that's actually a permanent change, whereas a great lip gloss or bronzer is going to bring you that glow and make you feel good temporarily. Ultimately, your skin is what it is, and when you take off your makeup at the end of the day, no matter how great that foundation was, your skin is still your skin. And also, it's going to stick around for the rest of your life because unfortunately you don't get a new one like a snake. So I have 5 products to show to you, and these are not necessarily all ones that you need, but these are my favorites, and I have been using these for years and years and years, and some of them have even been used generationally by my mother as well. So I thought that it would be kind of neat to share those with you guys because these are tried and tested for me. My skin is not perfect. This may not work for everyone because everyone's skin is different. My skin is the combination skin of a 26-year-old, so it doesn't have that perfection of teenage skin, but it also doesn't have the acne of it. I grew out of that, but I do still get the occasional breakout. So the nice thing about my skin for YouTube purposes is that it has a little bit of everything. My skin is very thin and it tends to clog very easily. Just little white bumps and blackheads and things like that I find that I'm very prone to, so I always want to be using products that will help to resurface it and keep it looking fresh and kind of move on from the acne scarring that I definitely have suffered from before, and then you always get that red mark after you get your zits. So in a kind of jumbled nutshell, that is my sort of skin concerns, if that's useful at all. My top product that I have to put first in this video is the Shiseido Bioperformance. And the reason for this is that it's not just tested by me over now about a 6-year period. I started using this when I was 20. As a teenager, I would say this is an investment you don't really need to be making. Around the age, like around your 20s is generally the agreed upon point where you want to start thinking about your skin's future. This is definitely an investment, so use it when you can afford it, I guess. I know this is expensive. It's not as expensive as La Mer or some of those other really pricey fancy ones. It retails for a little bit less than $100, and I find that one jar lasts me about 6 months. You do not need a lot of this. This is the kind of lotion that you just kind of rub between your hands and warm and then apply to your face at night, every night. I use this religiously. I have not skipped one night of using this for like years that I have been owning this, and my mom started buying it for me at first, and then I started buying it for myself. She has been using this cream for longer than I've been alive. This Bioperformance by Shiseido has ingredients that are meant to plump. It has a hyaluronic acid in it that is meant to resurface and deeply moisturize your skin. So it's a really good basic overnight cream that leaves your skin very radiant when you wake up in the morning. It's not greasy, it's very light textured actually. And it has a very light perfumey scent that is very nostalgic for me because my mom always had this on her face when she read me bedtime stories. It leaves a very light sheen, but it's actually quite a flattering look for nighttime if you care about that. And Shiseido is an excellent brand for skincare, so I can only go and recommend that to you guys as a good one to turn to. It definitely has a lot of research going into it. Japanese people really care about their skin, and it's a brand that has been around for a really long time. One thing that I started using over the last couple of years is the Shiseido Beneficence Wrinkle Resist 24, which is the matching eye cream that goes with this. For about 5 years, I didn't actually use an eye cream. I just put this around my eyes, which I know lots of people tell you need a special eye cream, and I do that now because I find that this is a little bit thicker and just sort of targeted towards eyes, but if you're just gonna buy one product and, you know, kind of invest in that, I would say just get this and then put it around your eyes until you feel comfortable enough splurging on the matching eye cream. So these two together is what goes on my face every single night of my life. So for daytime, I use a combination of 2 moisturizers during the winter and then just one of them during the summer. This probably seems really complicated, but it's not, I promise. The day cream that I really like right now is the Bliss Fabulous Face Lotion with SPF 15. I like this one because it's not greasy at all and it has a good sunscreen. It's not a very high one, but for most of the time I'm not on the beach and I don't need it. If you want something with a higher SPF, I recommend a Neutrogena one. What I use during the day underneath that is a serum type product, which is not actually a serum. It sounds so weird, I know, but I've been doing this for years and it works really, really well. It really helped me to get over my acne and acne scarring, and it continues to help me to sort of remove imperfections on my face by continuously rejuvenating my skin while I'm wearing makeup. And this works really well for me, especially because I work in an office, I'm not exposed to sun, and so it's not too much of a concern for me that this has retinol in it. Once I go on vacation, when I'm in Hawaii, I'm not wearing this, because retinol combined with sun exposure can actually really damage your skin. So there's a little warning for you that you probably do want to heed. But the Neutrogena Ageless Intensive Deep Wrinkle Moisture for night is great. The retails just under $30. I buy probably about 4 of these a year. You can also often find these on sale at drugstores. It comes in a little plastic box. So this is made for nighttime. If you wanted to, you could definitely put this under your moisturizer at night, but because I'm putting on a pricey moisturizer at night, I don't really want to be blocking its effect by putting something else underneath it. So what I do is I put it underneath whatever cheap day cream I'm using. And the nice thing about this is I feel like when I put my makeup on top, I'm kind of sealing it in, and then when I take my makeup off at night, I can totally see a difference, you guys. My skin is much more radiant, it's fresh looking, it's not clogged, it's very sort of resurfaced as if I had had a treatment, but in a very gentle way that I can continue to do every day. A random tip, I know, it's basically not like what it's meant to be used for. It's meant to be used at night, but for me, using it during the day really works for me, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something good for my skin every time I get ready in the morning when I put a thin layer of this on, and I can see the effects of that. And I feel like that is a rare thing in the skincare world, to be able to use a product and continuously see that it's working and making your skin better. And despite those products that I've shown you, I'm also a big advocate of trying to use natural products, because I think that can be a really good way of just kind of getting your skin to be the way it wants to be and to balance it out. It's kind of counterintuitive, I know, to put oil on your skin, especially if you have oily skin like I sometimes do, in that I have combination skin. But jojoba oil is definitely one of those oils that your skin will love. It's not a greasy oil, it's very thin and it sinks in really, really well. And what I do with this is every night after I've taken off my makeup, basically as soon as I can, as soon as I get home, I just take it all off if I'm not going out. And I use the Trader Joe's jojoba oil, but you can definitely get jojoba oil at Whole Foods or a lot of other health food stores, or online, or at a lot of places. It's widely available now. You can also use this as a makeup remover and it works really, really well. But I use it once my makeup is already off and my skin is clean, and I put a few drops into my palm. I rub it between my hands and I smooth it all over my face, but not on my eyes. And what this does is it just kind of rebalances my skin from the cleansing. And by the time I get to the point of putting my Shiseido cream on right before bedtime, this is gone, you guys. That's how much my skin loves this. It just soaks it right up, and it's like, it's just completely gone over the period of a few hours of like finishing work, editing videos, whatever I do during my evening. This will be sitting on my skin, getting gradually absorbed by my skin and sort of rebalancing my skin really well, and I find that it helps with both oiliness and dryness to do this. So if you want, I guess this is kind of the most bargain part of this, because a bottle like this costs about $10. My boyfriend also uses this, and I think it's true proof of how effective it is, because he suffers from eczema, and he finds that it's really helpful with that and with balancing the dryness of his skin as well with that condition. So I can only sort of tell you that you must try this. And it's also really great for your body if you want to put an oil on your legs or a little bit on your décolleté. It's kind of more of a dry oil, and surprisingly it's actually one of the oils found in nature that is the most like the oil produced by your skin. I hope that's not too much muddled advice for you guys. Skincare is complicated and everyone has their own way of going about it. If you have any particular tips or tricks that you really enjoy using, then please let me know in the comments below. These are mine, this is what works for me, and I know you guys wanted to know, so here's the information. I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!